you're going to be all right. I love it. And then obviously with the great support. But we've got MGMG, the local tag.
So yeah, the local is the name of the Toronto, actually the weekly in Toronto that I run with Shmeez.
Oh, okay.
Because we are the local TOs, and we very creatively called it the local, and we gave away some hotel spots to high placers a couple of weeks back.
That's
and
awesome.
MG was one of the victors and recipients, so we're sponsoring him.
Awesome,
And,
yeah. I mean, OGkid is up to an early lead here, so MGMG is going to have to lock in here, and has done well enough doing that. Has only taken 7% on this on the second stock here. Meanwhile, OG closing in on 100%.
So MG is very good at this matchup historically. Has been kind of given Faust the business recently locally.
Okay.
Took Hungry Box to Game 5 this year at Gommel.
Oh shoot.
There's actually at Gommel EGLX 2019. MG was warming up Juan.
Okay.
And in Hungry Box, classic fashion, he says, "You're the future of Melee."
I love that because I'm sure he meant it with his heart in that moment.
He really did. He really did think that this guy was the next top 10 player. And,
yeah, I mean, hey, look at that. He's doing really well against a top 100 ranked player right now, OGkid.
Yeah, no. Sometimes I think MG is the next big thing because when he's on, he's so on. But he's going to have to get past one of the rising stars. Of
Very well could be. I mean, think about someone like Cody. Cody's been playing for like 10 years, and it wasn't until like post-pandemic really that Cody, or like during the pandemic rather, that Cody really took off as a player, right? But Cody's been playing. He was at Tip Top 12 back in 2018. I remember commentating one of his matches back then. So it is, sometimes they are really good and they just need that little bit of extra push. Sometimes it takes several years. This is a tough game. Melee's a tough game.
It
so
absolutely is. And the one that I always like to point to is J-Flex. J-Flex was good for a decade, but not like a top 100 player. And then he was suddenly top 30, top 40. He just out of nowhere.
Yeah, but after losing that stock super early, I don't know how OGkid read that forward smash, but that was a choice of forward smash. It is so strong.
Very good.
And then the Shine Spike. Hey, listen, this could be bad. Okay, I got the ledge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
As much as sorry, go ahead.
No. I was just going to say sometimes you have to worry about Puff going for that recovery. Oh, God, beautiful falling up air into rest.
Yeah, as much as I was talking a big game for MG, he kind of got cooked game one. Mike, you got to get this together, buddy. This is you got to avenge me, please.
The OGkid, listen, younger than Brawl.
That's I'm gonna
hits you in the
think.
gut a little bit,
Yeah,
doesn't
no,
it?
I a little bit stun locked. That's talking about things I'm gonna think about when I'm late at night, waking up in bed.
We did have that moment. Walt made a point to introduce OGkid to Mike G, the old school Peach legend, and it was like a 25-year age difference, but an up throw rest is going to do it right there on that left platform.
Yeah,
That was such a sick slip off on the first up air to get a
really
second one. Holy cow!
Yeah, I mean OGkid obviously has the RTC rest technology. That's we'll see. Like I said, MG is typically very strong in this matchup, but really kind of getting the business. Oh, it's great placement of that up smash. Waiting out the pound.
Yeah, I had a little bit of the movement there. Did the little like short hop, like the empty hop waveland back to bait out some of the approach options. Another up air, almost killed again off the top at 50% there. 2 stocks in a row. That almost ended super early for Puff.
Yeah, like one thing that you can really see that we just saw there on a great effect was MG is really good at waiting out the panic options too. Like you'll see he'll like hit a shine, hit a jab, and then wait for he's really good in the scrap. Really great clarity, I feel.
Yeah, that is definitely something that it is very easy to overextend in those situations. That up smash was so beautifully placed, though.
Yeah.
But to your point, absolutely. Sometimes you have to take just the jab, or you have to take just the back air, and you can't press any further than that. You have to take your victory and run away with it.
Yeah, and sometimes deciding to do that, even going for the reset, you nets you so much of a bigger reward. And I feel like that is we have been chasing optimal, been chasing true combo for so long in the past few years. Sometimes the mix-up, it goes a long way, guys.
It's the robot Mewtwo King versus the Mind Games Mango, right? In the year of our Lord, 2025.
Yeah, no, you kid, but it's kind of fallen by the wayside. People forget. Sometimes you got to play those mind games.
I can't believe how seriously we would tell each other, you just gotta work on your mind games.
Dude, we
We
gotta bring it back.
Cavemen.
I love the mind games, dude. That's really fallen out of vogue. We gotta bring it back. It's a great saying.
Sometimes it do be mind games. Sometimes you're in their head. Yeah, great drop down with the forward air, able to get the second one to clear out that edge guard. But OGkid down to a pretty significant deficit here. But rest is always on the table, right?
Yeah, like one stock with Puff is a pretty easy lead to regain, you know?
And this feels so good to get a rest here, right? You're at like 120%. You get the rest. You don't care if you lose that stock. You got their stock at like 20, and it's like, I was at 130. I'm fine.
You are trading this every day of the week, but not really an option now because MG managed to close that
You
stock.
still got like 20%. You can definitely, like, if OGkid got a rest setup right now, you take that at 0%.
Oh, right now for sure. But with the low ceiling of Pokemon, you do not have a whole lot of percent to work with. And
yeah,
already
already.
You're already done.
Yeah,
so he's going to take this stock clean or prey on bad DI.
And that's huge. The fact that rest is no longer on the table, right? It completely changes the dynamic of the matchup.
Ooh, good little pound placement there. Almost turned into a bad situation for MG. But this,
yeah, it was both a smart pound, but even smarter for MG to go for the slip off there and end up turning it around almost into a disadvantageous position for Jigglypuff.
A lot of back airs from both parties, just taking their time and going to game 3.
So Puff has the best back air in the game, right?
Depends on who you ask. I have had this argument with Faust many a time. If you were to look at Puff back air in a vacuum, according to Faust, it is not the best back air. It is just in conjunction with Puff's attributes, jumping and drifting.
Yeah, the hitbox interpolation, right? Because the hitboxes kind of smear with how you drift in the air, and because Jigglypuff can drift so much in the air, that's absolutely true. But I even think just from like the raw numbers, like the raw like hitboxes.
That's what I'm getting at. I think Faust is coping.
I think there are some sleeper picks because, like, I mean, Fox is up there, low key, probably Ganondorf though.
Hey, DK, pretty good back air too.
That is a pretty good back air.
Cheeksy is even pretty good. You know, a lot of the sour spot's kind of weird, but you know, who doesn't like that disjoint?
But I do kind of think it's silly to try to isolate attacks like that so much. Like, I've heard a lot of people say that, like, oh, Fox's shine is not that good because it's only good because it's on Fox because of how fast he is and his jump spot frames and all of that. It's like, yeah, pretty good that it's on Fox then, huh?
I mean, if anybody thinks that isn't one of the best moves in the game, they're capping. But I think, you know, Puff also the proud owner of one of the best moves in Melee.
Yes, that is definitely up there. It's no Fox shine, not in my opinion anyway.
You
but
don't think rest
is definitely up there.
Yeah, it's you think shine's better?
Oh yeah, for sure. Every day of the week. More utility. You can do everything. You can turn around with it. You can shine stall with it. You can spike with it.
Yeah,
think about how many times you see shine as opposed to rest in a set.
To be fair, I think that I never hit somebody with a Puff rest and say, "Man, I wish I could turn around with this thing." You know, it's they're apples and oranges. I'll give you that, and there is probably more utility. But if you can hit a rest,
and that's the thing is that I value the utility, the fact that there are so many more situations where shine is the right option, right?
I suppose you
think of how many times you get screwed over by Z-axis with Puff rest.
Yeah, you might be cooking something.
But back to the match over here. We're on this game 3. We are on Fountain of Dreams. They have taken a stock apiece here, and it's been 2 minutes. They've kind of slowed down the pace of this matchup pretty well here. I think both. I don't know how Fox found that up smash out of shield. You would not think that Puff would leave themselves in danger like that, but what do I know? Apparently MGMG knew more than I did.
Dude, sometimes, like I said, he just has such a good intuition in like scraps and little scrambles and just game awareness. Oh my word!
Oh wow, going doing the fade back drill to meet the momentum of the dash attack on shield. Puff versus Fox there, able to punish that dash attack out of shield with drill.
Good little grab there, not going to kill, but you know, stacking up percent here. This a lot of good adjustment here. I feel like MG's really been starting to slow it down, seeing that, you know, OGkid is not afraid of back airing in place, not afraid of slowing things down, taking the time, knowing that you will die sooner than he will, just on numbers, just on stats.
Sounds like a few more lasers to me.
And I think that's what, you know, if you watch MG, he's really, you know, not pushing in as much as he was. He's back airing in place. He knows he has the lead. He knows there's 91% on Puff, and the only thing that he can do by getting grabbed is lose. But, doing a great job here just boxing, taking that time. Getting grabbed, but looks like OGkid flubbed the F throw. And get up
beautiful
smash
dash dance there, waiting for the opportunity to be able to come in on that wake-up option and nail an up smash.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's not what you...
Yep, and that's...
But we do get a rest punish, so hopefully...
The eyes open on the reflection of Fountain of Dreams. Fake reflection.
Always creepy,
Jigglypuff is always watching, never has your eyes off of her.
Yeah, I mean, those eyes are haunting in general. Like, I think Jigglypuff looks like she's seen some stuff.
Oh, wow, beautiful jab reset. And, I mean, MG was way ahead in that match for a majority of it. And then OGkid able to bring it down to the last stock and got the classic jab reset into rest.
Yeah, that's. I feel like I've seen some stuff, man. That was
kind of stole that one.
That was tough. So MG's going to have to make a couple little corrections here, or this is going to be curtained for his bracket. Or no, wait, this is winners. Sorry. Curtains for his winners bracket. We got the FD pick coming out. Going to be seeing a lot of patience in play here.
Yeah, hey, got all the power shields on lasers, saying, Fox, you're not going to get this percent for free. You're going to have to work a little bit harder than just shooting the gun.
Great coverage of that roll in off the tech chase. Okay. Chasing back and forth. Ooh. Faust does not pound, pretty much ever, and is for sure the most common puff practice that MG has. I feel like OGkid is doing some of these classic, I would say, Hwanian pounds.
H-boxian.
Yeah, and I think that they might be catching MG off guard. Maybe he's not ready for them. Maybe they're just.
So I know in the past, Crunch used to coach H-box, right? And Crunch would always tell H he cannot pound. It is a bad move. Quit doing it, right? But I feel like once you get to a certain point, it's kind of a similar thing with Captain Falcon Raptor Boost, where Raptor Boost is not really a great move, but if you're really good, there are times where you can use it where it is the best option that you can go for. But you have to get to like a certain level of player, right? You can't just be a random puff. It's like, no, you don't understand. It's good. I'm going to keep pounding. It's like, no, you have to get to the elite level before your brain has expanded enough to be able to use pound correctly. You have to have enough wrinkles in there in the brain to be able to use it.
You have to keep people honest, man. Sometimes you gotta execution test and a ledge dash. Sometimes you gotta just rip out a dumb forward smash with Marth. Like, if people know that you're never going to go for it, they never have to think about it. But you just got to keep that, keep people honest. They got to respect the so dumb it's good option.
People ask me all the time, it's like, why do you keep down smashing on platform as Peach? And I was like, I don't know. Why do people keep getting hit by it?
It's real, man. Ooh.
Unable to get that up air off of the up throw. Good jab. Short hop up air neutral is going to take that stock. Yeah, and if I'm MGMG, I do not want to lose the stock. I do not want to. No.
Oh.
Okay. Got a couple of lasers to see how hard this punish is. That is about as good of a punish as you can hope for. That crouch cancel was really good to get the down tilt, but I mean, yeah, this is already at kill percent. At 0%, getting that hard 43% punish is about as good as you can hope for as a Fox punishing puff.
Yeah, looking like we're very likely going to go to Game 5 unless OGkid pulls out a bit of a miracle here.
Yeah. The Clutch Kid?
Not today.
Not today, no. We got a Game 5. MGMG, after losing that Game 3 in a little bit of a stolen fashion, OGkid getting that tech chase jab reset rest. MGMG able to close it out on Final Destination. But our final destination for this set is going to be Dreamland 64.
This is the final boss of Puff Fox. This is oftentimes a war of attrition.
Ironically, Wispy being the first boss in every Kirby game is now here for the final showdown.
Very, very fitting. Also, I feel like Wispy's outside here. It is freezing.
Yeah, it is. The wind has picked up a little bit. It is. It's a little chilly. I'm not gonna lie, but it is. The melee is really heating up. That's what's keeping us warm here.
That is true. That is true. I hardly noticed.
MGMG coming out to a hot lead here. 40 seconds in, has already built up 114%, only taken 12 in return.
Yeah,
This has been doing a good job mixing in, oh, I'm going to hang back and shoot lasers, and then, oh, I'm actually going to come in and get that jab or that back air there, right? And switching between the two.
Yeah, looking really composed. This is, I know that actually Faz complains a lot about, or doesn't, not complain a lot, but doesn't think that FD is necessarily a great, or Dreamland is a great pick against MG. It gives him so much space to work with. He's so squirrely. He can be such a slippery player.
Absolutely agree. I used to complain about this all the time, where I thought that against Fox, I think this is a kind of a low-key bad stage for Puff to that point. Puff cannot get to the top platform very quickly. There's a lot of maneuver options that Fox has that can really work well around Puff, and dealing with Puff up air is way easier than dealing with Puff back air. So if you're coming in from above, which Fox can do a lot easier because of the verticality of how fast he jumps and falls, you can make Dreamland work very well to your favor.
Ooh, tries to read it. Tries to bet on that rest. Holy words. I think the cold is taking away my ability to speak. But, you know, very fair risk or bet to go for. When you're at that higher percent, you got to make something happen. And you know, MG was pulling away the full stock, so I do not blame OGkid for betting on that. But yeah, MG not hitting these platform packs really at all.
Wow, cannot believe that he's able to make it back. And this is bad. Yeah, lost all of their jumps there. OGkid lost that stock at 22%. I think got a little comment, a little point over there. Yeah. But at 69%, got the blessing. Beat that Puff forward smash and just absolutely running away with this game 5 here, but able to get that back air off the stage, and OGkid not giving up, able to take that stock.
Yeah, this is, you know, if there is a stage where Puff can make this comeback, this is, you know, you hit that 30-40%, hit a rest. And
not the standing laser.
But we're going to have to see. He's going to have to do a bit of a miracle work, because right now, if he rest is totally off the table now.
Absolutely, yeah. Oh, and just a clean up smash in neutral there. And MGMG over OGkid, that's definitely an upset. I mean, OGkid was ranked in the 70s this past year, I want to say.
I don't think this is an upset by seed, actually. I think,
really?
I believe, no, MG, those who know, MG is really good.
I mean, I know now, right? I'm a full believer now. I saw